What up, you weirdos? Dave here, and I like taking 4 tries to make a video because people keep calling and the dog keeps having an emergency. Anyway, today I think this is like my 4th or 5th time because my phone keeps running out of battery, or it's been a long day. Today we have the Leatherman Skeletool. This is, without question, something worth bumping the camera over, and is my favorite multi-tool. Excuse me. We have a blade of 2.5 inches, an overall length of 4.25. That says 4 inches, but we discovered in a previous take that's actually 4.25. Width of 1.5 inches and a depth of 1/2 inch. Weighs in at about 5 ounces. Now this is the CX version of the Skeletool. Those measurements are true of all of them. They do come in many different versions. Standard, which is just stainless steel construction. I apologize. Just stainless steel construction with 420 high carbon steel combo blade. This, the CX version, which has carbon fiber inlays and a DLC coating, diamond-like coating, so a DL coating, I suppose, and a 154 cm blade, so an upgraded steel. On all of the advertisements and product information that I've seen for the Skeletool CX, it is advertised that the regular Skeletool's combo, the CX, is a plain edge. This is a combo, which I didn't want, but whatever. I didn't buy this from a store. I bought this from a former Leatherman dealer, and I forgot to specify that I wanted plain edge. I told him I wanted CX because I figured that directly implied plain edge. Apparently it doesn't. So if that matters to you, just be aware that is a thing. RX, which is the rescue blade, has a blunt tip on this so that you can get under seat belts. And the SX, which for the life of me, I've not been able to figure out what that means. So that's a thing. I don't know what it is. This has a decent clip. I like carrying my knives in my right back pocket and my multi-tools in my left, and this is perfect for that. The clip is on the outside. Slip it in. It's great. Sticks out that much, which a little far for me, but whatevs. I don't think that's one of the things that me helped. Carabiner / bottle opener here on the back, which I don't care about. That feels more like a gimmick than anything. I personally have no reason to want a carabiner on this. I know that there are some of y'all who might appreciate being able to hook it onto your keychain, onto your belt loop, book bag, something like that. I don't do that, so I don't care about that. So more than anything, this space right here just kind of takes up room. But it's not terribly obnoxious in pocket, and does give you something for your pinky to grab onto when using the pliers. Speaking of, while we're here, good pliers, very good for medium use, regular, big, and then the cutter, and then the better cutter down here. The cutters go like this, not like this. They go like this, which is how I prefer them. So they're good at doing the cutting. The purpose of the Skeletool, as the name implies, it is a skeletonized multi-tool. So you'll notice cutouts all over the place, even on the blade and the plier heads. That definitely gives it a wonderful minimalist feeling aesthetic, which I don't think that I care very much about how my stuff looks, but it looks pretty darn cool. I like that it gives it personality that a lot of stuff just doesn't have. So, and along with the skeletonized cutouts and whatnot, it's also a skeletonized tool set. So all that you have on this are your pliers, your blade, and your screwdriver. Your screwdriver comes pre-installed with a double-sided Phillips and a double-sided flathead. One bit goes in here. There's a little lever in there keeping the retention thing. So you just unplug that, and there's a bit keeper here on the back. I don't keep a bit in there because I don't trust this. I haven't heard any kind of major complaints against this not holding on to the bits like they should. That's just not a risk that I care enough to run. So I don't keep a bit in there. I have used this quite a bit. Quite a bit. I have made that joke 4 times, and I think it's funny every time. It's not as good of a screwdriver as, say, the Select Fire, as far as multi-use screwdrivers go, because this is a full-sized 3-dimensional hex bit, whereas with this, you just get the Leatherman 2D bits, which makes them incredibly portable. And they are useful. They do their job. It doesn't, I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't feel quite as satisfying as using a real screwdriver, but it definitely works. It definitely works for it. This is one of my favorite knives ever. If you go back and watch my multi-tool news for 2017, you'll see me complain about wanting to make a video about how I wanted this on an independent knife, and Leatherman's releasing that just in time. So I am definitely looking forward to getting that in an upgraded 154 cm plain edge independent blade. I want that a lot. This is perfect EDC multi-tool. If you're going to carry something not in a pouch, I know there are a lot of people who carry waves and surges and super tools and whatnot in a belt pouch. If you want to carry something with a pocket clip, this is what I'd say you go for. The CX version runs about $100. My guy only charged me $50, I believe, for it. As far as the regular Skeletool goes, Leatherman website says $65, Amazon $48, Home Depot $41, and Academy for $50. This is more of a light medium use. I would say that a wave or a rebar would be medium use, medium, maybe mid-high. This is medium, maybe mid-low. I have nothing but excellent things to say about the Skeletool. If you want to get it, stop thinking about it and get it. Interestingly, I love it when I find knives that are related to one another. The Skeletool is kind of the most recent addition to the Style series, which started with the Leatherman Style, which was basically just a classic Swiss Army knife, just built in the Leatherman way, in the Leatherman style. That has been discontinued. I desperately want to get my hands on that so I can keep it in my toiletries kit, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. They also have the style CS and PS. These are classically well-loved keychain multi-tools. I might do a video on that at some point, but not right now. The Freestyle is exactly the Skeletool, except just with no screwdriver. So the Freestyle, if you're looking for just a blade and pliers, I would suggest going for this. I didn't love this as much as I thought I would. I don't know. Just doesn't have doesn't have a lot of firepower, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. It's very wide for how short it is. I'd love it if this were longer and just had a bigger blade. That's probably my biggest complaint. It's not long enough for how big it is. But a good tool nonetheless. If you're interested in that, go look that up and do it. Skeletool, I would say that if you can find a regular Skeletool for like maybe 40, Academy always starts, at least as far as I've noticed, mark stuff down towards the end of the year, right after Christmas and right before Thanksgiving. Mine tends to have severe markdowns. If you can find it there for under 40, don't think twice, grab it. If you find it for 50, that's still not a bad price. So that's my take on the Skeletool. Out of 10 stars, I give it an U, which is probably the most obnoxious sound I could have made there. I apologize to your ears. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please make them below. Other than that, have a great day.